Hello again, vinyl community. This is Matt, and today I have some VCLT to show you. Got the box right here. Before we get to that, a couple of other quick finds. First one's not even so much a find, but I was given this as a Secret Santa gift recently from a co-worker. It's Leon Bridges Coming Home. I've seen him described by many people as a modern day Sam Cooke, and I've listened to some of the album like online, and it's really, really excellent. So yeah, 180 gram vinyl, steel sealed, haven't opened it yet, but I'm really looking forward to listening to that. And then I did win a lot of cassettes on eBay. I paid $2.99 plus like $7 shipping, so $10 in total. And it was a guy who was selling off basically a random selection of 30 of his old cassettes. So I was like, yeah, what the heck, for $3 plus shipping, I'll take a chance on it. But there's a lot of good tapes in here. I pulled out a bunch of Type 2 chrome tapes. There's a Maxell UDS2 in here. There are a couple of Maxell XL2s, arguably one of the best chrome tapes ever made. There's also a Sony UX90, which I think may be the first Sony UX cassette that I have. There's a bunch of TDK SAs. There's an SA90 here, another SA90. That is an SA100, another SA90, and another SA90. So 5 of those. And then sort of the piece de resistance was this TDK MA90. That's a Type 4 metal cassette. It's not in the shrink, but it still has the seal on it, and it doesn't appear to have been used. There's no writing on the J card. No labels or writing on the cassette. Cassette's wound to the beginning. So this alone's probably worth $10. So the cost of the auction. So pretty good deal, I thought. All right, on to the VCLT. So this was very, very kindly sent to me by Robert NY Guy. That's his YouTube username. And for those of you who saw my unboxing video a few months ago, you will know that this is the second time that Robert has very generously sent me some VCLT. The first time he sent me several records. There was a Bjork, Pat Benatar was in there, Lindsey Buckingham, and a few others besides all that. And so that was already more than generous. And then he said he wanted to send me another package. So what can I say? Just thank you, Robert. Just incredibly generous and very, very much appreciated. It really is. I mean, it cost him $25 just to ship this. I can tell from it has a shipping label on the front. So let alone the value of the items that are in here. So really, just yeah. What can I say? Kind of blown away by your generosity. Thank you so much. I did already unbox the box. I hadn't intended to. I'd intended to do a complete unboxing video, but I had some time to kill yesterday. I had the box delivered to my work, and my work computer was needed restarting when I got back into the office yesterday after the Christmas vacation, and the computer was off. So I restarted it. It wouldn't boot up. Had to reboot it a couple of times. It wanted to run check disk. And so I was like, fine, let's just run it. Better to be safe than sorry. All told, it took like 40 minutes to reboot this damn computer. And so I thought, I got some time to kill. I'm just gonna open up the box. So I did, but everything that Robert sent is still in here. So without further ado, let's take a look. He did send me a very nice note. I won't read it all, but he just sort of talked about what he sent. Said Merry Christmas. He talked a little bit about the book that he sent. There's a book inside the package here, and yeah, really, Robert's a really, really great guy, really, really nice guy, and the VCLT, the sentiment is very, very much appreciated. It really is. So, well, let's start with the book. Without further ado, so this is Kicking and Dreaming. A story of heart, soul, and rock and roll. Anne and Nancy Wilson. And of course, Anne and Nancy Wilson were the band Heart. Great rock band, primarily from the 70s and the 80s. A lot of huge hits, What About Love, Alone, These Dreams, Never, etc., etc. And so, yeah, this came on his recommendation. He said in his note that he already has the book, so there's sort of no better endorsement than from somebody who's already read it, right? And yeah, I do like Heart. I have let's see, I have a couple of their albums on vinyl. I have a greatest hits CD of theirs as well, I think. So yeah, very interested to give this a read. So yeah, and there's some sort of little testimonials on the back here from Pearl Jam, Carrie Underwood, and Elton John. So some pretty good company there. Yeah, really awesome. So it talks. I don't actually really know what the book's about, because it doesn't say on the back. So I'm gonna have to read it to find out. But yeah, it's written by Charles Cross, who has apparently authored 7 books previously, including a biography of Kurt Cobain. And Jimi Hendrix, and 2 books on Led Zeppelin. So he obviously knows his stuff. So yeah, awesome. Thanks, Robert. Really looking forward to giving that a read. Next up, we have a DVD. This is Oasis, Time Flies, 1994 to 2009. The complete Oasis singles collection. DVD features 26 hit singles on video with band documentary, plus 12 extras, including 3 live videos. And it's got the track listing on the back here. And by the way, everything Robert sent me is still sealed, like brand new, which is really just wonderful. This has well, all of the hits on it. Live Forever, Wonderwall, Some Might Say, Roll With It, Don't Look Back in Anger, Go Let It Out, You Know What I Mean, Stop Crying Your Heart Out, Cigarettes and Alcohol, Lila, all of the major hits are on here. So really excited to give this a listen. I am a pretty big Oasis fan. Again, those of you who've maybe watched some of my earlier videos, you know that I'm a big fan of Britpop, and there wasn't a bigger Britpop band than Oasis. They sort of, Oasis along with Blur, certainly for a time, were the face of Britpop. So yeah, really awesome. I didn't even know this existed, so that's really cool to give this a try. Really cool. And it's region free as well, so should be able to play this on any DVD player. It's NTSC, so I'm assuming this is a US disc. But yeah, really, really awesome. Okay, next up, we have 3 CDs. Oh, and by the way, what's also really nice, and of course Robert wasn't to know this, but I do not already have any of these items. The previous VCLT he sent me, I had one of the records he sent, which was the Pat Benatar record, but I did not have anything. I didn't have any of the others, and I don't have anything from this latest box that he sent. So yeah, that's I don't know if there's some sort of intuition just from watching some of my videos, or but yeah. So let's have a look at the CDs. Peter Gabriel, self-titled. Is this his first album? I really ought to know that, because I do like Peter Gabriel. I don't remember if this is his first album, but I do know several of the songs on here. The Rhythm of the Heat, San Jacinto, Shock the Monkey. Those 3 I know. I'm not sure about the others. But again, I do not already have this album on any format, so yeah, really excellent. Thanks, Robert. Next up, I will pronounce the name of the artist. I will not attempt to pronounce the name of the album. So Billy Joel, If you guys can see that, we've got a little bit of reflection there, I'm sorry. But it's his live Russian album. In fact, this was performed when Russia was the former Soviet Union. Now, I have heard this album, but I do not own it. I think I heard it on MP3, something like that. So I did remember that he sang back in the USSR, and there's a little intro where he says, "Do you like the Beatles?" I remember that. But yeah, another album I do not already have. I do like Billy Joel a lot. I have quite a few of his albums on vinyl. I would say, well, maybe half a dozen of his albums on vinyl. And I also have, let's see, 1 or 2 cassettes of his. Trying to think if I do have 1 or 2 CDs as well. I'm trying to think of if I have any 8 tracks of his. I might possibly. But yeah, this is, you know, Billy Joel's I think in some ways a really underrated artist. Probably more underrated now than he was at the time, which is a little bit unusual. I mean, usually we start to appreciate artists more the older they get, or just with the passage of time. You know, I don't think that's really been the case with Billy Joel. I think he was perhaps more appreciated back then in the late 70s and the 80s. Yeah, this is a bunch of his big hits on Only the Good Die Young, Uptown Girl, An Innocent Man, Honesty, Allentown. So a lot of really great stuff on here. Excuse me. Next up we have Soul, S-O-U-L, like an acronym, by Earth, Wind and Fire. And I think this is a greatest hits album, essentially, because it's got Shining Star, After the Lover's Gone, September, Fantasy, Boogie Wonderland, Let's Groove. There's 10 tracks in total. And I do like Earth, Wind and Fire. I like them a lot, actually. I like a lot of those songs. And you guys know, I like a lot of genres of music, and I make no apologies that disco is one of the genres that I also like. You know, yeah, I like my classic rock and my Britpop and so on. But there's nothing wrong with disco pop music. You know, some of the lighter stuff, and I do like disco a lot. So yeah, really pleased to give this a listen. I haven't unwrapped it yet. I haven't unwrapped any of the CDs yet, but I will definitely be doing that. And yeah, I can see this becoming quite a regular feature in the car, or maybe taking it to work and listening to it, because it's all great stuff, you know. It really is. Okay, that's all of the CDs. There's a bunch of cassette singles in here, 15 in total. So I'm going to go through them now. I would say that I have not heard of probably half of these. Or maybe I've heard of the band, but I don't know the song. So let's have a look. These are all still sealed, which kind of blew me away. In his letter, Rob said that he bought these as a lot, so maybe, I don't know, on eBay or an estate sale or something. But they still even have like the price stickers on from back in the day, like $3.49 right there. You guys can see that if it's going to focus. There we go. So, anyway, start off with Firehouse, Love of a Lifetime. I think I know it, but I cannot process in my mind how the song goes. I think it's going to be one of those songs where when I put it on, I'm going to be like, oh, of course. Because I know the name Firehouse, and I know the name of the song, Love of a Lifetime. I'm just not quite connecting the two. Next up is a song I most definitely do know. The Cranberries, Linger. That's probably their best song. Well, maybe Zombie, but Linger's got to be a contender as well. So, yeah, awesome. Next up, I do know this one. Delamitri, Roll to Me. That was quite a big hit for them in the UK in what was the year? In the mid 90s, like 95, I want to say, something like that. Next up we have, now this is the first example where I know the artist, but I do not think I know the song. This is People by Soul to Soul. And I thought I knew quite a lot of Soul to Soul songs, but apparently not enough. So, you know, of course I know Back to Life and Get a Life. I think Joy was another one, etc., etc. But, yeah, I don't know if I know this one. So, yeah, again, I don't know the other track either. The B-side on this, which is Feeling Free. Just trying to see what year this is from. It's from 1990, so this is kind of when they were at the, you know, in the heyday. Yeah, very cool though. Yeah, Soul to Soul, or yeah, I mean the classic late 80s, early 90s. Yeah, awesome. Next up, I do not know the band, I don't think, and I do not know the song. Bad Boys Blue, Save Your Love. So I'm not even sure what kind of music this is. Couldn't tell you. Yeah, I don't know. But we're going to find out. It's going to be fun to find out. Next up, we have Rhythm Syndicate, Passion. Passion, Passion, like an acronym right there. Oop, there we go. This is one of those ones that rings a bell somewhere in the back of my mind, but I can't immediately think of how the song goes. And I suspect it's going to be another one where when I play it, I'm going to be like, oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Next up is Karina, Temptation. I do know this one. Little bit of a dance, sort of early to mid-90s dance classic. Oh, no, not mid-90s, early 90s, 1991 it says. I thought it was a couple of years later than that, but yeah, I do know this song, and it is a bit of a dance club classic, so very pleased to have that. I don't think I had this on any format. I don't think I even have it on any like CD compilation album. Let's see, we have Nelson, Only Time Will Tell. The band Nelson sounds familiar. The name of the song, Only Time Will Tell, was a song by, it's either Asia or REO Speedwagon. REO Speedwagon, I think. I don't know if it's the same song. I'm gonna guess not, because the writers are M. Nelson, G. Nelson, and a couple of other people, which I assume are, you know, members of the band Nelson. Next up, this is another one that I don't know. Alias, More Than Words Can Say. Sounding suspiciously like an Extreme cover version, but well, I don't know. It says copyright 1990, which is about when that Extreme song came out. I doubt that the two songs have anything to do with each other. Judging by the cover art of the album, I would think this is almost certainly a rock song. Yeah, it's got to be. Look at the hair. It's an 80s hair band if ever I saw one. So, next up is Sting, When We Dance. This is another one. I cannot immediately think of how this song goes. Of course I know the artist, everybody knows Sting, but When We Dance, I don't remember it. Has a copyright of 1994 on here. Yeah, again, I will probably put it on and be like, oh, of course, you know. Next we have Love Child by Sweet Sensation. I know the name of the artist, do not know the song off the top of my head anyway. I would guess it's either pop or maybe some kind of R&B. Copyright 1990. It does have some sort of house mix of a song called Child of Love on the B-side. Yeah, we'll find out when I play it. And then a few more. We have two sort of double packs. This is these two cassettes are Richard Marx, The Way She Loves Me and Hold On to the Nights. I can't immediately think how The Way She Loves Me goes. It's not coming to mind. I do know the song Hold On to the Nights. Excellent track. And then the other double lot we have are two Bryan Adams songs. Do I have to say the words? And Please Forgive Me. and actually we have 2 live versions on the B-sides of classic songs as well. Do I have to say the words? The B-side is a live version of Cuts Like a Knife, and there is a live version of Can't Stop This Thing We Started on the B-side of Please Forgive Me. Awesome. Yeah, I only have a few cassette singles. Well, now I have more than a few, but so I'm very excited to give these a try, because back in the day when I was a kid, I used to love cassette singles. I had quite a lot of them, because it was when I was going through my phase of transitioning away from vinyl into tapes, and later on I would transition from tapes to CDs. But I was at that point and at that age when I was probably, let's say, around 11, so like 1990, somewhere in there, 10, 11, 12, where I thought, why would anybody play records? They scratch. Well, they don't really if you handle them properly, but as a kid I didn't handle them properly. They scratch, you get pops and crackles and clicks in them. Why not just buy tapes? And you don't have any of the scratching issues. You know how it's going to sound every time. Well, of course, the reality is that cassettes are not better than vinyl, but regardless, I had a phase where I thought they were, and so it's very nostalgic for me to suddenly have a bunch of cassette singles again to go through and listen to. So yeah, really cool. Thanks, Robert. And then finally, we have 2 records in here, and these are just great. These are, yeah, really awesome. First up, we have Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, You're Gonna Get It. I wasn't too clear if this was brand new. It is still in shrink wrap though. I don't know if it's original seal or if it's been resealed, but it doesn't matter. It really doesn't, because this is great. I do not have any Tom Petty on vinyl. I think I have 1 CD of his, and that's it. So to now have something on vinyl, particularly with him passing away so recently, yeah, this is just really, really fantastic. And again, it's one of those things, I don't know if I know too many of the songs on here. I recognize a few of them when the time comes. Too Much Ain't Enough, maybe. You're Gonna Get It, maybe. But yeah, most of the song titles, they're not immediately resonating with me, and I'm thinking, oh yes, I know that song. Probably I will know some more of them, but yeah, this album is from 1978. It's on MCA Records. I haven't opened it yet, still sealed, but yeah, I'm really, really excited to give this a spin. And then last but definitely not least, actually there's a little bit of a story behind this one. So when Robert had said that he would like to send me some more VCLT, he said, oh, let me just check, have you bought any new vinyl recently, especially reissues? And I said, no, the only thing that the only reissue that I bought new recently was Def Leppard's Hysteria, which I may review at some point, but I bought it as a replacement copy for my original pressing, which is only in so-so conditions. I said that's it. By complete coincidence, that's the record that Robert had bought for me, and so what are the odds? He wasn't to know, and in fact I've had it sat on my shelf for weeks. I haven't even unwrapped it because I was gonna make the video about it, and I just haven't gotten around to it yet. And so Robert very kindly took Hysteria back to the store and got me a different record. So just an amazing coincidence. But what he got me is really just fantastic, and it is Don't Believe the Truth by Oasis. Yeah, And I'm trying to think what number album this is for them. Well, it's from, let's see, 2005. Yeah, that sounds about right. Probably like the 6th album, something like that. I know a few of the songs on here. Lila, The Importance of Being Idle, Let There Be Love. That was a hit in the UK. But I actually don't know most of the tracks on here, and that is because I do not have this album on any format. I have a few Oasis albums on CD, but this is not one of them. So yeah, really just, what can I say? What an amazing gift, Robert. Just well, everything was just wonderful. But kind of lost for words, really, because again, just to put so much time and effort and expense into sending something to somebody that you've never even met is just kind of I know, a little bit awe-inspiring in a way. So I really do appreciate it genuinely, and we'll definitely be giving everything a listen, very much so. And yeah, I don't even know what to start with, actually. Do I with the vinyl? Maybe I wanted to crack open one of the CDs. Do I go through the cassette singles all the time while reading the book? The hard book. So yeah, just really really wonderful. And yeah, thank you so much again, really. I really genuinely appreciate it. So that's it. That's the unboxing. The unboxing the box I'd already unboxed. And yeah, I hope you guys all had a great Christmas. And of course, we have New Year's coming up. I'm sure I might be putting out a video for that. I've got to think what it's going to be about, but you know me, I'll think of something. And yeah, once again, Robert, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Thank you guys, everybody, for watching, for your comments and subscriptions. And until next time, bye-bye.